I look at
One
it
minute there.
every time, I look at it.
He's gonna get that.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, we got 1 minute, I think, about quarter to the telephone.
I think.
Yeah, well, let me everybody leave one.
You want, I think you did, what's that? I think everybody, did, Jean called and said Tony was sick, right? Tony's not gonna be here. Okay, it's, 1 o'clock, pretty well. Got 2 minutes. And did everybody sign the sheet, just the signing sheet? Okay, good. That one, put you on there. That last, I'm gonna lay it down. Both sets of checks. This one here. Well, I mean, draw up from. Okay. It seems like it takes forever when it's your time. Did you get on the Wi-Fi, George?
I'm walking on the way.
Okay.
Haven't tried yet.
Yeah, I got it too. Okay, it's 5 o'clock and I'll call this meeting to order. We've got a lot to go over tonight, but first I'd like to ask Brad, would you like to give invocation, please?
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for health, for strength. Thank you for each one that's gathered here together. Lord, we pray that you would go with us, Lord, through the town's business. Help us, Lord, to reach decisions that be pleasing to you and the townspeople. We thank you and praise you for everything. We ask it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Okay, first order of business is to approve the agenda, or I don't know if anything that we need to add. I think we got everything on there. Did y'all look at it, Brad, Mike, anybody? I know there's a lot on it. Well, if there's no amendments, then I'll ask them for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Mike second, all in favor? Okay. Okay, we have our guest first, Brandy,
She said she sent you a text, she's sick.
well, I ain't had time to look at my phone. Okay, so you can take that off.
Okay.
Christian Gardner, he's with Gardner Media and Promotions.
Good evening, board. I didn't really apologize. Didn't really plan a presentation. Put together a document that I sent to Alice. Hope everybody got it.
And I
Had
did
to
look
look
at
at it.
everything.
Everything that's on the document there just states that we were reached out to potentially be like an IT/tech coordinator for town to help get social media and website up and going, all that stuff in order. After some further discussion, we found out it might be best to move that to more of a coordinator or IT position, because with what we do with C Gardner Media, we offer everything from, as mentioned, the social media management, website design, to event coordination and management, budgeting, marketing, the whole nine. Like I say, pretty much all the information's there in that packet. I'm pretty much just here. If y'all have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer anything, Ken.
So the reason we reached out to Christian was because when Flora was here, we were talking about our web page or our Facebook page, and there used to be a Facebook page, Town of Elk Park, but then it got dispersed, and now it's like, Elk Park Neighbors. So he recommended that we hire someone to make it official that in the future, once there is a Facebook page or Instagram or anything like that, that if the mayor role changes or anything changes, no one can take the page. The page will belong to the Town of Elk Park. He recommended it be like a .gov. So he said do something official, so we reached out to Christian. He has given us a proposal, but Christian, we're probably gonna have to go over it before we can vote on it. But we greatly appreciate you coming.
Absolutely.
And we even have asked him for other things too, like there's a camera system here we don't know how to work. He was gonna help us with that. There's a lighting system on the outside of the building that we don't know how to work. He was gonna help us with that.
And, yeah, he was gonna make sure, you know, we get our passwords changed, which like I said, the cameras haven't been working. And also he's gonna help us with our computers, just when we need to know things, he'd be on call. Alice met with him, is why she knows more about it, cause I was,
Well, he would
That's
just
busy.
he would basically be ITPR,
yeah.
public relations. He would come and take pictures of events, post them for us,
Yeah.
and just do a lot of stuff like that for us. And it would be official, and it would belong to the town.
And that way, you know, if something happens, it's still here, we don't have to
It would stay with the
stay
town.
with the town.
No matter
They
what.
couldn't take it. And, so that's sort of what Forrest said, because we've had the big issue with, you know, we can't put nothing on Facebook or anything right now. And, you know, the town has a website where, you can go online and pay and stuff, and so we don't have anything on that either. So it's just out there because none of us have any type of control over it. So we really need to get him as sooner the better.
Yes. So does anybody have any questions for him?
Do you do any more towns similar to this?
I don't necessarily do the town. I'm actually the county's public information officer. So I do all Avery County stuff, everything from the government page, help with the emergency management pages and stuff of that nature. We're actually in the middle of redoing their website currently. So that, as far as government wise, that's about all we do. We'll get contracted out for other things like events, specifically like whether it be parades or concerts or whatever. Some towns will reach out and want us to kind of handle that. Like Newland had us do some media or some concert stuff for them before. So nothing that's full time. This would be.
And that way, you know, if we have a water leak, we can either call him or he can tell us, you know, and we can go on there and we can do it. Cause I know a lot of people, like you said, wanted to, that was a good way for them to find out things. And they need to be notified.
Yeah,
Yes.
try to explain to them as well that what we would do is we'd have accounts set up to where, of course, if something's going on, whether offices are closed or like a bull notice or something of that nature, something that's an emergency, we'll practically be on call where we can change it immediately and get it up on the site and social media. If for some reason we can't, we also have it set up to where we have templates made that a clerk or whoever y'all would wish can also have access to that to go in, and simply all they gotta do is change the text in those templates and post it. That way everything looks uniform, complete, and easy to access more than anything.
We don't have it, but, so, maybe we can have everybody after they get a good chance to look at all this and read over it, and maybe we can call another meeting in a week or something, because, and, you know, vote on it, because like I said, I'd like to get it going.
Anytime any of y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out. I think the phone number and email's on that list though, so feel free to reach out anytime.
Okay.
Happy to answer any questions, can.
Well, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Okay, on the agenda, Hannah Hostclaw was supposed to come, and she's not here. She was wanting to ask about putting a tiny home, but anyway, she's not here, so. Okay, so we have, our guys from, Bolton and Mink, and also Margaret Becker with Insight. And so, whichever one wants to go first to give us an update, they're gonna give us updates about our grants and just sort of catch us up.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be here at Cherokee again tonight. Chris Rose moved to Bolton, Maine, I think of last year, maybe the September meeting. At that meeting, we presented the idea of going after what's referred to as Helene SRF money. The state of North Carolina has set aside grant monies specifically for communities that were impacted by Hurricane Helene. Of course, Elk Park qualifies. We had at the time identified 4 different projects that we thought would qualify or possibly qualify for grant funds. We did submit those applications back in early November. We learned before Christmas that 2 of the applications were approved for grant monies, and wanted to share what those were today. One is for approximately $240,000 for the town to improve its SCADA infrastructure. SCADA being your telecommunications between on your water and sewer side. So making sure that your public works staff can see the operations remotely, making sure that different sites on the water side, different sites on the wastewater side can talk, and the instrumentation can share information so that you know, if you have pumps over here filling a tank over here, it knows to stop if the tank's full. That would be a good example. So it's just overall improvements, and that was for about $240,000. The other award was for complete replacement of your water main on Elk River Road. As some of you know, immediately after Helene, there was a lot of Band-Aids put on that PVC line. This money will allow us to go in and design a ductile iron water main further away from the water this time, so that if the road washout does happen, that the town doesn't lose water in that area. So those were the 2 awards from the state. And this is more just information at this time.
Now, these were grants.
These are grants.
Okay.
And I'll let Drayton. Drayton's our funding manager. Kind of explain what next steps are likely to happen for the town with those grants.
Yep. So as far as next steps, the town will receive what's called a letter of intent to fund, probably let's say mid-January. And what that letter of intent to fund consists of, or what it will have in it, is essentially the steps to properly administer the grant all the way until closeout. So, you know, who to bid, when to go out to bid, the bid decision, it'll have a deadline, when that needs to be completed, when the town can begin sending disbursement requests. All that stuff is in the letter of intent to fund. So you and myself will get an email, probably mid-January, and be aware of that, and we'll advise on the next steps. But that's what the next step is.
Any questions?
I don't have anything.
Joey, I'm sorry. Do you have any questions for him or anything?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
I mean, is there anything in particular that you guys are weighing or looking at as far as this goes? And then maybe I can just kind of.
No, I just wanna keep them rolling and keep everything, now that we're sort of straight on everything.
And Chris mentioned that we also have 2 other grants that are outstanding that have not been awarded yet.
Okay.
That's a sewer asset inventory and assessment grant, and then the other one's a decentralized wastewater treatment system application. And the town will find out about those applications in February of this year. I'd say mid-February.
And those are through the state.
Those are through the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they will be grants. So none of this money is with FEMA?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Separate, yeah. All right.
And our job is to work with Insight as well and make sure that these stay separate, right?
Okay.
We can't have the state paying for things that FEMA's paying for, double
Right.
dipping. So we'll make sure that doesn't happen, but, we're coordinated, and, yeah, this is what's in our court right now.
Yeah, we just wanted to make everything clear, because several had a lot of questions.
We will work together just to make sure there's no duplication on the scope of works or anything, no overlapping, so, you know.
Okay, alright,
And I can give a little summary on what's going on with the FEMA.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Margaret Becker with Insight. So we're overseeing the FEMA Flood Assistance Recovery for the town, and just to give you kind of a quick rundown of the status. There's 9 projects altogether. Of those 9, 7 have been obligated, so they're all the way through the FEMA review process, and you have the money, the funds for those. There's 2 projects that are still outstanding, that are still under review by FEMA, but they're working through the system, so they should be through soon. So we're kind of helping them out. They have questions they send back about different, items that they're looking for, permits or anything like that. So we're working with them through that. Next steps is for all the work that's not completed to start going out to bid for that and get it all set up so that we can start the work. Hopefully spring, as soon as possible, and get the work done. Oh, the other thing is that there's a deadline coming up for the permanent work, the end of March. So you have 18 months from the declaration date, so it'll be like March 28th or 29th. But we can request extensions through the state for that. We could request them 6 months at a time, so depending on how long the work will take. Hopefully it won't take much longer, so we can get extensions for all that. Shouldn't be an issue.
So which 2 projects haven't been approved yet?
Right now, there's an emergency protective measures, so that's like a Cat B for just under 300,000. So that would be like all your just emergency response work for like any of your labor. Anything that you're doing immediately after in response, like sandbagging and stuff like that. But I'm sure it's all just labor that they're going through right now. Labor, equipment, materials, items like that. It's all, everything you've paid for already, you're just getting reimbursed for. So they go through that pretty closely just to make sure everything's matching up and there's nothing duplicated or anything. So. And then the other project is the culverts. And the culverts, we've just, they've had some questions on some of the repairs, the temporary repairs that have been done. So we're kind of going back and forth with that, trying to resolve. But yeah, those are the only 2.
So there was 10 altogether, right? Or
There's 9 altogether, yeah.
Okay.
7 are obligated and 2 still under review.
Okay. Now, when these projects are like starting out, then, like, I guess, can they be multiple doing it? Like, one thing will be doing, say, the culverts if we get it, and then say somebody else is working over here to do something else.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I didn't know, I just want to make
Yeah.
sure we didn't have to go one at
No,
a time.
no, we
Okay.
don't have to stage them or anything. Definitely,
Okay.
we can do them all at the same time. Yeah, I know you guys just want to get the work done and get back to where you were at, so yes.
Okay.
Now's the opportunity just to do all the procurement and bidding process, and then be ready once spring comes and construction's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about the cold weather. So.
Yeah. If it would stay like this week, we would be good.
It wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it'd be no problem. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Margaret? Everybody pretty well knows what we're. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Margaret, are you gonna stay till?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to kick me out.
Well, I just wanna make sure we get that, get you that,
Oh, yeah, no problem.
that letter, okay. Okay, we've had a few more people come in, Thomas, would y'all like to speak just for a minute, or about the letter, or?
Oh, no, we can just read that and, you know, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Is there any other
They bought,
questions?
Pound, Krauser's place up on the road.
Okay.
And they wrote a letter about some complaints they had. You wanna me to just keep going or do this later, or you wanna?
Let me,
Go
I'll
ahead.
leave that and
Okay. Tina, do you have anything? Just,
I do, but I will just wait until they talk to you.
Okay.
It's about the water and the culvert to go over Carroll's.
okay,
I've never had water back over there, so.
okay. Alright, Jason, do you have anything?
Probably not.
Okay. The next thing is approval of the November and December bills. As of right now, we've not got the, minutes done. We've got them, but we'll have those a little later on.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's got a copy of these. I don't know what I did with my December one. So I tried to write on them, just so everybody will know what it was. And as far as, so the November checks were here wrote before I got here. Now these December checks, I want everybody to know when I had to write them, I put outside, like, out from the thing of the date of the last time they'd been paid, like Boone Renal was August, Consolidated Pipe, August, Core and Main, August, Lowe's, August, the North Carolina League of Municipalities, July, School of Government, July, Spectrum, October, USA Blue Book, October, business card was September. So there's a lot of late fees on all of these bills, especially the business card and stuff, but I have the bills in there if anybody, well, I have the printout. I don't have the receipts that go with any of the business cards. So, but I just want y'all to know that, you know, the $5,264 that's spent on the credit card, I don't have receipts for that, but the bills had to be paid, which that credit card has been canceled. The town have to give another, we'll have to give another one.
We should have a statement, right?
We've got a statement, but for everything that's bought, I don't have receipts for it.
It's got like eBay and PayPal and
Yeah,
just some strange things on it, we're not even sure, yeah,
yeah. So, a lot of Amazon and stuff like that.
yeah.
So anyway, the main thing, I mean, we've got to approve these, but these were bills occurred before I came, so I don't know a whole lot about them, but I had to pay.
And if you wanna read that letter as well, that's fine.
Okay.
As far as my recommendation, I need to research it to advise everyone.
Okay, yeah, and
so-
I've got to we've got a big thing on that too, or email, so.
Correct, yeah, but if you
Okay.
wanna go ahead and read it,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right.
But as far as my recommendation, that'll have to wait until
Right, okay.
We didn't get talking
No,
Do you want us to read it out loud?
I'm gonna read it out loud.
Yeah, if you wanna read it.
Okay, but first, I guess I need a motion to approve the bills. They're pretty well done with paid. You had to get the bills paid to get caught up.
I'll make a motion.
Mike makes a motion.
I'll second.
Al second. All in favor? Okay. So this letter is from, Tom and Denise Rizzo. They bought, Pam Clauser's old house, and I know some of you don't know, but it's Dear Mayor Gwen and City Council members. As residents of Elk Park, we are concerned about the semi-trucks and various stored materials around Polly's Flyers located at 7907 North US Highway and Little Oak Road. This is a potential fatal situation where moving traffic cannot see around the trucks prior to pulling out onto the highway from Little Oak Road. We personally had an incident of our passenger side front fender almost getting hit from easing out and a vehicle turning left onto Little Oak Road. Also, a driver must ease out so far that it then makes it impossible for a vehicle to make a left-hand turn onto Little Oak Road from Highway 19E. The law states, according to the NCDOT, that parking on a right-of-way is a parking violation, so we are requesting that this be enforced. Please have the owner permanently remove all trucks and various materials that are being kept on the public right-of-ways on Highway 19 and Little Oak Road. For the safety of the residents and individuals visiting our town, we believe this is an urgent matter. It needs to be enforced as soon as possible. Thank you for your time. Denise and Tom. So, we've had a lot of complaints, I know, prior about this, and I've just, since I've been here recently, I've had several complaints. And what it is, it's right down here at Tolly's Flower Shop, Joy, and he's got several old vehicles sitting there that's not, they're not runnable, they're just, what would you call them, junk? I don't want to say junk, I shouldn't say junk. He's got like big tractor and trailers, the trailer's sitting out, and he does run like a flower shop, and a lot of times he will like just pull in, and he's literally probably from here to Brad from the highway, and it is very hard to see. And the complaint I've had just here recently is they are having someone in an old dump truck. There's a culvert right there, like on his land, between it and the Reservoir Hill. So they've been dumping dirt and they've been working there. And you can't see anything when you pull out when that truck's sitting there. So I was going to bring it up anyway. So what I did is I called the DOT over at the North Carolina, and I talked to Chris Benfield. Chris came down and looked at it, and I think it's on my last notes. But anyway, he told me that, because I wanted to know too, had the state, was they allowing them to go in there and fix that, there's a culvert there, and they're like working off the side of the bank. I was going to go take pictures, but I didn't get time. And they're putting like big posts in the ground and stuff. So Chris told me that definitely the DOT was not allowing them to do this. They had not hired them or anything to do this. So he did tell me that they went down there because Tolly's had wanted them to come down because they had wanted the state to extend the culverts and make it come back up the creek because he wanted to make his property bigger there in the creek and like fill it over. Well, they told them definitely not. The state said you cannot do this. So there's somebody down there, I'm assuming they're paying these boys, so they're down there and they're putting dirt in, and they've got big old like posts, locust posts, and they're making a retaining wall. So, and I just like talked to him right before y'all came, and so I hadn't had time to call. He said that we should probably contact the Corps of Engineers because this ain't supposed to be done.
And not only the blocking, it's blocking two roads that are trying to get out onto the main highway.
Yeah.
It blocks Little Elk Road and Reservoir Hill Road, and those are town roads. And
Little
it's-
Elk's not, but it's a state road.
Oh,
Little
Elk
Elk,
is not,
but
okay.
Reservoir Hill is the town road.
Okay.
So anyway, he told me that that might help also, and he said to contact the highway patrol, office about them parking so close and to what's going on. And like I said, I didn't even have time this evening to do anything, cause Chris got back to me this evening about it.
Yeah, I mean, given the location of what you're talking about, just kind of the nature of the road, I mean, I would suggest reaching out to both of those, the Army Corps as well as the Highway Patrol, see if they can give any additional guidance or any information. So,
I think they probably need to be stopped. I mean,
That stuff's going into the water too, so
Yes,
it's a bad thing.
yeah.
they're all their trash and debris from their property.
Mhm. So, is this something that I just call, or what do you want? Like, or we can talk about how you want me to handle this, but I've got more problems with Polly's, but we can bring that up in a little bit, or if
We'll get Army Corps of Engineers and
okay.
I mean, if you want to reach out or if you want me to, either way is fine. But,
Army Corps of Engineers.
yeah, then that's fine. And then if we need to talk after the meeting, it's just, reach out to me or relay that information to me.
Okay, so their big thing too was this right here, so that, one of the vehicles is causing that, and then, like where you can't see. So, we're gonna reach out to the Army Corps of Engineers, I'll reach out to the Highway Patrol office. I think,
This has been going on for a long time.
a long time. And,
Mayor, just on this point, about a month ago, there's the red dump truck you were talking about was parked there. I reached out and Trooper Blackburn came by and actually flagged that truck and had it towed. So we had it towed the same day, but unfortunately it ended up back there the next day.
yeah, I was gonna say, it's
It's,
bad.
Danny Cordell's been doing the work. Yeah, the highway patrol are aware of the situation, so.
It was gone today, but
What?
I had to take it down there today.
Well, that dump truck absolutely is a problem, but I know there's also more than just that dump truck that causes the issues. I know Mr. Tolly's trucks himself. Sometimes he has parked in a double, but just so y'all are aware, the highway patrol is aware of the situation, so you know, if you do make a phone call, you can let them know that Trooper Blackburn did flag one of those, or that red truck and have it removed.
Thanks.
Okay, alright, thanks.
Am I permitted to give 2 cents?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. On the NCDOT side, it's that retaining wall you're talking about being constructed in right of way. If it's NCDOT right of way, that has to have what's called an encroachment agreement. So DOT does have some means to, they can stop what's amounts to unapproved encroachment, right? So I just to keep you from getting batted back and forth between Army Corps and NCDOT, I want Army Corps to say, no, NCDOT takes care of that is that they don't have encroachments, NCDOT can take care of it. But that there is that, if you didn't mention it, you might want to bring that up, saying that they didn't want an encroachment agreement, can we use that as our means of enforcement?
Okay,
One
Go ahead.
quick comment. My brother-in-law was a captain on a fire department in another municipality. It's also a fire and ambulance issue. So I don't know how the fire department, how that all is integrated here, but that is also an obstruction to fire and rescue. Because if the sirens are going on and you're there, how do you know where the ambulance is? You can't see anything. So it also can involve the fire and ambulance structure too. That they can come in and say, hey, we can't see here. This is not good for fire and rescue.
well, something's gonna be done, I mean, because this has just went on way too long, and I appreciate y'all bringing this letter, I appreciate you coming, and hopefully we'll get something, I'll get in touch with some people this week, hopefully, and
And if we're not here, we will be viewing online. We will eventually, try to make some meetings and get involved in the community.
Okay. Alright, thank you. Okay. Okay, so like I said, and on the financial statement, we're working on this. We're getting it. It just be a little bit. And so, all right. So we'll go to old business. All right. The Christmas in the park was good. We had a good turnout. We had a lot of food trucks here.
Patrick, would you like to say anything about
Patrick?
that?
Unofficially, our other business was fantastic. We appreciate y'all letting us go.
So about how many people did y'all serve?
I don't know about people wise, but we sold about 200 sandwiches.
He has a food truck, and him and his brother, and so they came. So it was a good turnout, and maybe we can do better this coming year. So, okay, these are just some updates. So Beam, he came and he's going to start using some of the salt down there, like y'all wanted him to, out of at the sewer plant. Hopefully, we won't have to use a whole lot more. And I mean, well, I'm wishing.
That's hopefully.
Okay, and then, so the next order is the resolution to change the governing body. So this was supposed to have been done back in, what year? 24.
Correct, yeah, and it was voted on.
It was voted on, but it was never signed or.
Yeah, it was never formalized with the resolution.
Okay. So, you want me to just ask for a motion to adopt this? Everybody's seen it, everybody had it in the packet, forwarding it to me. I guess it just, make sure we put it in the minutes to adopt it. The resolution to clarify the ordinance changing the governor type of the Town of Elk Park's governor body from the Board of Aldermen to Town Council. Brad made the motion, Darlene seconded it. All in favor? Alright, so we just need to sign it and get it back into you. Also, while we're talking about this, I guess we need to change all these, because they all say alderman, put town council on. I need to order them anyway. Okay, so while we're doing this, I'll be trying to order those. Okay. Alright, I talked to Bebo. He came by from the water quality. He's been taking care of our plant, Bebo Hughes, it's water quality. He said that we'll need to have a sewer plant pumped in the near future, and we looked on the financial statement and budget, and there have been $5,000 budgeted for this. Water quality has someone that they do, that they work with, that does all their pumping, and he said that like they just usually bill water quality, and then water quality will send us the bill, or if he just wants the pumping people to bill us, it's whatever. He said it didn't really matter, but I just want to let y'all know that that'll be done. And also they're going to they're getting us some estimates on the electrical work on the well, which that's maybe where you all, when you was talking about that SCADA system, that will be upgrading our wells, like all that electrical that's on those boards that's just hanging there, on those pictures.
Right, so, and we can, if you want to give me the contact of our quality, we can make sure we understand the work that they're doing.
Okay.
And make sure that the work that we decide is most prudent on the SCADA side does not overlap. But I think this is even more power related, and just making sure that the actual primary service and electrical is sufficient and safe, whereas our work will be more telecom focused, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like I told him, I said, I don't want you all to give us this big bill of, say, $5,000, and then you all are coming in 3 more months and gonna take everything back out and redo it. I don't,
With,
you know.
with someone else's money.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, I mean, I know a few things need to be fixed, but we just don't need to spend a lot of money because we're gonna be getting it all sort of redone,
Right.
right?
And
Okay.
I'm happy to have that conversation. We'll make sure that the work we're doing makes what you have right now reliable and safe, but does not go
Right.
forward to make the improvements.
Okay, so, I think we did note on that. Okay, alright. Okay, as y'all know, the F-Ford 250 truck, the transmission's out of it and it's in pretty bad shape. So we need to know what we're gonna do with it. It has been brought back down to the sewer plant. Dean Rupert hauled it back. Does the town want to auction it off? Are we just gonna leave it sitting down there? What do y'all wanna do?
Auction that thing off to get rid of it.
So like take bids on it? Or take bids?
As is.
Take
My-
bids?
Well, the motor engine is
I've got some
only,
people that
when
do
did we
want to
put
put in
that
a
new
bid,
motor
but
in,
I'm not.
Jason? Oh, you don't know, okay.
And I need to know when
The
we want
motor's
to
only a couple
put in
years
a
old,
bid.
2 or 3 years
Okay.
old.
Well, we'll have to run it in the paper, Jamie. How long, what do you suggest? Like, how is it normally that you run something like that? I
I
can't
believe it's 3
remember.
consecutive weeks.
3
Yeah,
weeks?
I believe so.
I can't remember either. And then we'll just set a date and open them and I guess as is and, do we wanna set like a minimum bid on it or what do you think? Brad, you and Mike's more,
I'd say whatever we can get out of it. It ain't no good like it is, we can't use it.
bad shape.
You know, you might wanna set like $1,000 bid, cause that motor's probably worth more than that.
Or, yeah, or we might set, or we just look at them
How many
and
miles?
then.
So I remember we redid the motor in that a couple years ago.
That's the one.
I can't remember exactly how much we had in it, $6,000 or $8,000, I think. It's pretty good amount.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not Brad on that, I'll get at least $1,000 a minute.
Okay. Well, alright, we'll try to get that, which it won't be this week, so I mean, it ain't like something it's sitting down there, it ain't working, so it's, yeah. But we'll get that done, so I guess need a motion, or just, we all agree on that? To take bids on it?
Correct. I mean, if you wanna go ahead and do that now, just take a motion or have someone do a motion in a second as far as disposing of it.
Okay.
With the details of the auction to be determined, you know, at a later time, or if you just wanna hold off till you get, you know, everything in a row as far as, you know, what day or what method you're trying to do, and then just take a vote at that time instead of doing like a 2 votes on it. You
Okay.
just do the hold off.
Alright, so
and see
everybody's
what-
just agreeing right now that we are gonna take bids for it. Just agree.
That's fine, then,
Okay.
and then, you know, later on, council can determine,
When
you
we
know,
get the
the
bids in.
specifics of
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Alright, so we'll get that done. Alright, we need to set a date, Brad, I didn't get with you and Mike, everything's with Christmas time and everything closed, that we need to set a date maybe that, and I'll talk to y'all later,
But I was just gonna say, I'm sorry, did you end up taking a vote on the disposing of the property? Were you gonna hold off till
no,
the
I
details?
thought you just
No,
hold off.
he said that
Or-
we ought to make a
To
motion.
go ahead and make a motion, okay.
Yeah, I mean, or if
Okay.
you just wanna hold off till we get the details and then you just do one big motion that includes everything, that may be the simplest way to go about it.
Okay. but we can go ahead and put it in the paper and everything right now, without making that motion.
No, I mean, I would definitely want to get a vote in place.
Okay, let's go ahead and make a motion to put, I want, ask for a motion to, bid the truck off.
Mike,
Brad,
I'll second.
Alice, all in favor? Okay, we're, okay. Anyway, we need to, what, to interview the maintenance worker. I just,
we got you.
three. But anyway, but Billy and Bruce is doing great. I mean, they're,
Yeah, I seen him the other day and thanked him for it.
yeah,
We're gonna do that tonight, we'll have a call meeting on
we'll, me and Mike and Brad's supposed to do that. Yeah, they've, which I'm going through here. So, I have got to introduce Karen, everything was in here. This is Karen Carver. She's our part-time clerk for right now, for the month of January. She's been here today and she ain't left yet, so it's looking good. All day. She didn't know she was going to work all day and all night, but anyway.
Welcome, Karen.
Yes, welcome.
Okay. All right, so the next thing is the 4th of July celebration, and which I know it's early, but we got to bring it up. We are penciled in, or he penciled us in because he never heard anything from anybody on as far as what date or for this coming year. So he penciled us in, but anyway, it would be for July the 3rd because, and that's actually, is it on a Friday? It's on Friday, the 3rd. And I contacted Eunice White. Well, her name's not White now, but anyway, her family's the one that owns the field up there. And she's going to let me know hopefully this week if we can use the field. This is what she told me. I'll just tell you. I just asked her about it, and she said, I'm not going to read this. I asked her about, you know, if she would ask her brothers and sisters, because they all have to agree on it. And she said that last year that the hay wasn't cut, which that's, you know, that I think that's why they didn't want it. But like I told her, well, it wasn't cut all year. It hadn't been cut. But anyway, she's going to talk to Rio Griffith about he's maybe going to cut the hay. So he would do that in June. So that was her main concern, just not having hay like when we shoot the fireworks. So so the price is like the $7,000 that they've been doing it, and it's for like 6-7 minutes. They said last year that they shot the smaller stuff because, you know, it had to be moved over to the house there at Brown's because they couldn't shoot in field. They can still do it for the same. It may be bigger fireworks if we can use the field. So we're working on it. The main thing I guess we need to do is just make sure. I've got to tell Jayco, yes, we definitely want them for the 3rd. And so also, I guess the parade's still at 4 o'clock. This is what we've sort of been doing. If y'all want something different, right now's the time to lay it out, because as soon as Christian gets his page set up, this will be some stuff that he will be doing for us. So it's just better to get it out of the way. Also, we're going to ask Patrick. Okay, so Smash Burgers does also barbecue and stuff. So I've asked Patrick about doing that this year for the barbecue. You have some stuff. I mean, this is something that we don't have to do tonight, but I'm just gonna lay it out there if you've not got the right or what you want.
So as of today, we ordered the food, quarter pound of barbecue pork's gonna cost anywhere, it's, right now it's at $6 a person if it was just the pork. If you wanna do it with pork, beans, buns, some sort of potatoes, either fries or potato salad, and it's gonna be roughly, slide,
Slide, okay.
yeah, that, if you do the whole 9 yards, it's gonna be $9.50 to $10 per person if you get, with no drink, which is, you said the town would probably provide.
Yeah.
Unfortunately on that, the prices of beef, pork, and chicken right now are going up and down, so, you know, it's gonna give you a pretty good estimate of what it would be. Maybe cheaper, but.
Yeah. And this is something, like I said, I just wanted him to tell y'all, maybe this is something we think about. I know we don't have to do that tonight. The only thing that we gotta do tonight is the fireworks.
The, when you say stand somewhere, is that town thing or somebody?
The town's always paid for barbecue and stuff. And, we bought the drinks. And two, I think, you know, instead of the town trying to do desserts and all that, well, some of the food trucks like Sip Soda would like to come, and you know they do the drinks, and like Diggy Donuts, some of that, you know, to get them here as far as that, and they can sell their stuff. And then we was going to check on an ice cream thing out of Johnson City that we found, just, you know, so they can come and set up, and you know people can get sort of what they want, and
The town drives the barbecue,
The
they
town-
have, they get their.
they can do their dessert if they want to drink. Like I said, that stuff, I'm just bringing it out. The main thing, I just need to tell Jayco yes for July 3rd. So I guess a motion needs to be made for that. And that's, and I know I can't, or we can, well, that's pretty well what it's gonna be. It don't matter which field. I just, Eunice had to get in touch with everybody, so.
Is the price gonna be?
He said $7,000, what they have. So,
I make a motion to get Jayco.
okay.
July
Alice made a motion. Have a second. Brad second, all in favor? Alright, that's just for the fireworks. We'll talk more about the barbecue and a few other things when it
It's close.
gets a little closer. I just wanna get it done, and, but that was the main thing tonight. Okay, alright, so, Mike and Otis is supplement insurance. So this has been a big problem. Been going on for 2 years now. So we found out, okay, what started this was Otis said he didn't have no insurance, supplement insurance. And then Mike thought he was paying, and then when they would go to use their insurance, one insurance was saying you don't have insurance, you have it with somebody else, and then that insurance was saying no, you've got it with somebody else because you can't have two supplement insurances. And where they're over 65, see, the town was paying their supplement. So we have found out that the town has been paying 2 supplement insurances. One is through Blue Cross and Blue Shield. We did find out that Mike's payment is coming out of the checking account each month, which is going to be stopped so we can actually pay a payment or pay the bill with check. And Otis's was being paid sometimes by the credit card, sometimes by check, sometimes going online, sometimes coming out of the checking account. So we put a stop to that. As far as it coming from different sources, the town will write a check. So we met with Ruth Ann Settle, what day was it? Last Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12/31. Okay, Mike Otis came here and she met with us because they didn't know what was going on either. So the town has also been paying almost $600 a month for Mike and Otis to have supplement insurance with Benistar. And they didn't even, well, yeah, they didn't really even know they had that. So that's been the problem as far as like why Blue Cross and Blue Shield wouldn't pay something, because they're saying, well, you got it with this. And then this company's saying, because Otis had $38,000, yeah.
They didn't send us a card.
Yeah, they didn't send a card, they didn't even know they had it. So I got in here and was finding all these payments coming out of the insurance or out of the checking account for insurance, and so this is what we found out. So anyway, and they wanted y'all to know that they did not know about this, or they would have never tried to sign Mike and them up for it. So she called me this evening, and they still haven't gotten back with her on the Benistar. So what they're thinking is Mike and them will have to keep the Blue Cross and Blue Shield, which right now it was $60-some on Mike and $47 on Otis, which is cheaper. But where the time has already passed for you to, what's that, open enrollment plan. So that she's thinking that Mike and them will have to keep that Blue Cross Blue Shield at least until this fall, when it opens the rolls again. But what she's trying to contact the Benistar is because what she's thinking that we're going to have to cancel them out, which we need to, because like I said, you can't have two. But what she's afraid of right now is she don't want them to be paying something that they was going to pay on Mike, because this is weird too. Okay, the Benistar was paying on Mike and not on Otis. And on Otis, the Blue Cross and Blue Shield was paying, but not on Mike.
But they were both insured with both.
It's a mess, ain't it, Mike?
Oh, I'm telling
A mess. So,
Is,
you. Two
is
insurances
Otis
of the
still an
same thing.
employee of the town?
no,
Retired.
this is retired benefits.
Oh.
So anyway, we're working on it. Hopefully we can get it fixed, and where the town's not paying, and hopefully save the town. You know, I mean, that's been a lot of money spent out on that don't even work. So that's the deal on that. And when I find out which one they're going to do away with, I'll let you know on that. All right. So the next order of business is we got 2 tax releases that we need to release, and one's Kay Ward, the county, which everybody knows her house got destroyed during Helene, so there's not even a house there. And the county, where she, well, it's really Billy Ward. Kay's her daughter. Yeah, it's okay. We put Kay on the thing, but I got the release from the county and everything. So it's like $84. And the other one is this Tommy McKinney. This trailer's not been there for probably 3 years. Yeah, it was like $7.20. So we need a motion to release both of those amounts, get them off the tax bill.
I'll make it.
Mike made a motion, Darlene second, all in favor? Okay. Now I just messed up where I was at, okay. Oh, Lord. All right, so the next, I was gonna tell y'all about, the water meters. We read them this month. There's, there's a lot hadn't been read in months, but we're finding them, having to dig them out, read them. Today, and two, also on that, where they hadn't been read consistently in so many months, there was about 75 to 80 that we've had to go in there and adjust to for the reading, cause so say like the reading started with 3:9 when we actually read it, and then you go in here to put your reading in, and it may have said 4:9. So that's why it's took like extra amount of time to try to just get the system back to the way it should be. And also, Billy and Bruce put a meter box in down there on Dark Hollow Road. The meter was on top of the ground.
That was probably something.
Well, yeah, but Helene's, that's done there at Jim Simmons. So, I guess that's been for two years. And there's sewer also running out down there on Dark Hollow, right there across from the lift station. So that's something that we're gonna have to fix. I was gonna print pictures out and I didn't have time. So anyway, Billy and Bruce today, they got it fixed in a box.
Oh, good.
In a box.
Yeah, good.
So hopefully that don't freeze no more, but, and so they're gonna have to get that sewer, and that guy said that it's been that way since Halloween. It's right there okay, you know where the pump station is? It's right across the road.
Across the road?
Billy McKitty's crossing.
Well, it's across the road.
Is it coming up out of the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Rusty guys or something?
Well, if I can find it. Yeah, he said it's been that way. That's not a real good picture, but it's,
I can kind of see it.
yeah. So it's all in there. So, okay, that's some things that, that we're gonna have to be working on. They're gonna, okay, yeah, and there's several meters like that, that are just like straight pipe. People don't have a meter. So it's just like they're straight pipe. So we're gonna have to.
They're not getting charged.
There's a lot of people wanting getting charged. And there's a lot of people that's been getting charged that don't even live here no more. So I'm gonna have a whole list of water releases. I ain't even got that together yet. So anyway, we're gonna have a lot of work, and hopefully we can start on these meters soon.
Yes.
Because they're bad. They're bad. We might need to do that first thing.
Okay,
Let's get them meters.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd really like to see that
okay.
because,
Yes. We'll work on putting together.
Yeah.
The bid documents.
yeah, okay. And, okay,
Patrick's on.
Patrick's next.
Patrick, you're on.
Well, and I guess I need to go ahead, let me just go ahead and bring this up cause it sort of pertains to the water and stuff. Okay, so while I was reading meters, and I found this out, so, alright, Tolly's Flower Shop, they put a camper behind there, and they hooked on to town water and sewer, and they didn't come and ask the town, and they're not being billed for it. And then they pulled in another camper back there. So, what are we going, well, I know it ain't supposed to be done.
Did send them a letter, let them know what they're going to tell them.
This is how it's supposed to be, like, so if you put anything new or anything, or a trailer like, or a mobile home, it can't be over 12 years old. you're supposed to come and ask the town if you can hook on sewer and water. So where that property was already got like sewer and water, they would actually have to have another tap fee as far as sewer and water. So what they've done is just hooked that trailer up and done it themselves. And I can't find no records of anything where it was, they paid anything or done anything. Do y'all, any of you know anything about that? Okay. That's one thing. Another one has been put out here at Wendy Perkins, a little small home. A little tiny home, I guess is what you want to call it. Okay, now sewer's not available up there, but I talked to Wendy today. She came in here and I asked her because when I was reading meters, I was like, I couldn't ever find a meter for the thing. So she told me today, and she was here while Karen was here, and she said that she came in here, I guess it was a year ago, Karen?
I think so.
And she said that Jennifer had told her that she could put it there. And they hooked it onto the town, or their spring water. And then they've got like one of these portable sewer things, I guess, that you pull. And it,
Like a camper.
yeah. And they're not using it all the time, but that's the place for her mom and dad when they can't get home. They live up Winter's Holler in the winter if the roads are bad and just want to come out there and stay. And I said, well, you really can't do that. So that's another. And I know
That's
that
at the end of that dead end road right
out up here at Cornett Street. And I know Alice had asked me and Darlene about the camper there at Tolly's. They thought it was Kay Ward's, or Kay and Billy Ward's.
Because on their property, and they're living in a camper still.
They're in a camper, but they're not in that part.
Right.
So, I mean, and I told Wendy, I said, Wendy, she wasn't supposed to tell you that. That's going to come through the board. And I said, you can't just hook onto your old spring out there, you know.
It was a year ago, I just wondered if it was happening during Halloween and all that, and nobody really, you know, all that stuff like that popped up everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, you're right.
I checked in on the one behind Holly's, I think it was over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's Duggar is her last name. he works at Radio Shack in Newland.
Gary Duggar?
Yeah.
Just for information.
Well, that was just put in, that ain't been in.
Yeah, I'm talking
just-
about the little house
yeah.
right here.
Mm.
Yeah, these people had lost their house, I believe. And, they own a house somewhere downstate that's being fixed up right now, and they told me the other day that the plan was to move there. But I just, I kind of popped in and saw that there, where it was living there.
Well, they need to be let know, hey, that's a big no-no, we need to cease and desist immediately, or, in my opinion, or we gotta do something.
Well, they need to, if they're paying, I mean, I don't know. I tried to talk to Gary, which he came in today and I didn't even try to talk to him. The other day I asked him, I said, Gary, I need to talk to you about that camper, and he just said, I don't know nothing about it, you need to talk to my wife, and walked out the door. So, anyway, but, so, what do you suggest? Just write him a letter and say, or have Patrick say, y'all need to come and talk to the town. And I've already talked to Wendy. I mean, I talked to her today, and she said they would do whatever. She just said she was going on from what Jennifer told her. That they didn't have to, but,
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to, write letters, to that effect and say that they're not compliant, that they need to get compliant with it in a certain period of time, I can certainly do that.
Yeah, I think we gotta tell them.
We got a lot to tell Paul, is between him trying to make it
Well, that's
better
it.
and all his
Whenever-
vehicles.
If we get the, what was it, the
Army Corps.
Army Corps. That'd be,
It's a mess.
so, he's gonna be here with a bunch of stuff,
I mean,
I'd like to try to let him know before.
I'd be more than happy to set up a meeting with him and talk to him, just say, look, here we have all these discrepancies and show them the town ordinances that they're in violation of. That's where the board wants to go.
That for you, as opposed to having him talk to him.
I think we can definitely do both. I mean, if I wanna do like the official one, just put it in black and white, and then if you wanna follow up with them afterwards and try to resolve it, then that's certainly fine. In fact, in the letter, I can put, contact you,
Yeah,
to talk about the next steps for everything.
well, I'm hopefully they'll be just, reasonable enough that they can realize that there's causing issues, so. But you never know.
Every time, Tony.
Yeah.
Is there a certain period of time that you wanna give to them to become compliant? 30 days, 60 days?
30 days.
I think
30 days. Okay. All right, Patrick,
We'll come out here so you don't have to look behind you.
I know, don't we, that's what I'm trying to.
So the issue y'all had spoken to me about the house out here on the Holtzclaw property, I think that's been resolved. Pretty sure that there's been, the county inspector took care of that one. So, new year, good time for grants. Was told today, actually, just before the meeting, that we have been given a grant from the state for brush guards for both vehicles, 100% paid for. 2 Viper radios, which will bring us up to standard with the rest of the county, that will be paid for. And then 2 sets of body armor that will be paid for 50% by one grant and 50% by another grant. So the good thing is all that is going to cost the town $0. It's just equipment grants that had to be filled out. I came in the other day and spoke to a couple board members and mayor, but as of late, I've been the only officer around here. Unfortunately, the other one that was working has had some family issues, and can't have no blame or anything there. It's just one of those things. But I had spoken to y'all previously about 2 officers, or 2 current officers. They both work in the sheriff's office who would like to work part-time down here. And they came down here the other day and filled all their paperwork out with me to turn into CJ standards. But there's one little detail about one of these officers. He is a canine officer, and he was with Avery County Sheriff's Office, and when he left Avery County Sheriff's Office to be a narcotics officer in another county, the Sheriff's Office would not let him keep his dog unless he paid for it. How many ever thousands of dollars, but the good thing, this officer owns this canine and can use it in any capacity that he would like. So I put a couple things in here. December 30th, there was a standoff on Elk River. I guess some of y'all heard that. Actually, it wasn't in Elk Park's jurisdiction, but it was in the ETJ. During that standoff on Elk River, I got dispatched to Davis Street, where there was 2 break-in and enterings that had occurred in a burglary, which we charged the gentleman for January 3rd. We had an armed subject in a vehicle that was hauling dope that I arrested. all of these things are good reasons that we need a drug canine around here. And it's I wouldn't like to put a percentage on it, but it's almost like a very high percentage of every car we stop in Elk Park, especially late at night, if we have a canine available from another agency, there's drugs found in the car. So it would be something the board will have to talk about, and we'll have to discuss with insurance, but I think it would be a very good opportunity if we could, when this officer does come to work, if we could allow him to use his canine. And he would do it free of charge. Of course, we would pay a salary, but we wouldn't have to pay for the dog. The other thing I'd like to address the board about is if and when these officers do get here, I'm going to need a little bit of a uniform budget for them. And like I said, the board's welcome to talk whenever, speak with me, whatever we need. And then lastly, I got a call from mayor the other morning and said that there's a guy from the state here waiting on me. So we got an audit from the governor's office. And I came out here and met with him, and luckily everything was in order. And the only thing he had a little bit of a concern about is the fact that our evidence locker in there is getting filled up pretty quickly, and we're going to have some more evidence space before long. But that was the only thing. There was no discrepancies. We passed with flying colors. He said everything looked good. So that's all I have. Any questions for me?
Could you get us some numbers on uniforms and check with the insurance on the dollar?
I can, yeah.
Can you get back to us on that?
So, and I also, the uniforms that, just this, which Amanda's going to do the lettering on what I'm wearing tonight for us. But I turned into, did I give it to you, Alice? What I had paid for uniforms, which I just bought those out of my pocket, and they, they said that we'd be reimbursed or whatever. But it'll be the same exact thing, so you'll have numbers there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I can put you together a spreadsheet if you want to. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. And Patrick, when you was talking about you needed another thing in there in the office, what was you wanting like a safe or like a gun safe or what?
So the guy from the Governor's Highway Safety Program, he in North Carolina, your evidence has to be behind 3 locked doors, which this does comply with in here. This door, and of course the lock that's on there. He said it would make the state a lot happier to have a safe, something that was fire resistant and tamper resistant. So yes, a safe would be a better idea. And the safe that's in there, I still haven't found the combination to, so I had to move everything that was in there into that other. Yeah, we'll have to do something. If we're going to keep that, we're going to have somebody whatever the lock, rekey it or whatever. So.
Is it an actual gun safe?
It is, yeah. Liberty gun safe.
Liberty?
Yeah. Yeah.
So do y'all want to have him give us like a price on a size safe or something?
Yeah, you got enough room in there.
I mean,
yeah. So there's enough room in there for. You could do a 100 gun safe, and I think that would work for a long time. It's the problem is guns themselves. I seize a gun, and it takes up a lot of space in that thing. If you seize a small amount of drugs, it don't take up a lot of space. But when you start taking guns and you start taking other items like that, it starts taking up a whole lot of space very quickly. And not to mention the fact that it's hanging on the wall by a sheetrock screw. I don't know how much I like sitting there. But
have you seen it in there? You need to go on.
He'll have to check on the safety needs and get his price on it.
Yeah.
I think, but you need to go in there.
But I'll be happy to get prices from. I know right now gun safes you get a tax. You don't have to pay taxes on them. Anything that's for protection of firearms. And if you buy it in Tennessee, which like Academy or something like that, there's no taxes on it. So, but we'll get on that quick. I'll do that tonight. And I'll get some prices.
Get you some prices. All right.
He's gonna have to take the other police car home with him. on account of broke windshield
Yeah, we've got.
and the dead battery and stuff like that. So he's gonna take it to his place.
I took it there today, and it needs a little attention, which that's fine, I'll take care of it. We've changed the battery in it, everything like that, but
Where'd you get the battery at?
Brinkley's,
At Rankin's?
yeah, they ordered it for me. It's a special battery, it's a lead battery. And, yeah,
And you had to take the seat out, Billy and Bruce had to have the,
yeah,
you had to take the whole seat out to put the.
About the new,
not, well, it's the newer car, but it's not the newest
Right.
one we got. It's the one that Mike Ellenberg ordered, yeah.
So he's gonna get it all cleaned up, get everything done with it, and so I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anything else for me?
Just get the stuff and what you got, Mike?
I just got one little deal I need to check on, but I'll cover
Okay.
my back when it comes time to discuss some of this stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
Uh,
that's, go ahead.
It's just about stuff going on up here above the street here, just above the town hall, that little trash can is letting all that trash blow out and stuff. And I just was gonna talk to Patrick and see if he couldn't go have a talk with her, if we need to send her a letter. That needs to be fixed, it's blowing trash all over.
Well, and
And then
I
I'm
told
just-
Billy and Bruce that there's several places all over town, to let me know which places are like this, which we see Andre's up here and it's blowing down on
Right.
that and stuff, to let me know, because I don't know, you know, and I said, when they've got a mess, you know, we need to know so we can let them know, look, we're not gonna pick up your trash laying all over the yard and not in bags and stuff, but, whatever,
I'll get with
whatever
her.
you wanna do, or we can
Well-
send her a letter and just say, hey, look, whatever, it's,
I think we'll send her a letter, cause let her, that way we'll have a copy of it, you know.
okay. We'll send her a letter and hopefully, you know.
Yeah,
And I'm not even aware who you're talking about, but probably what we need to do is we have the warning citations from the town.
yeah.
Is go ahead and send her a warning along with that letter, and just let her know that the next one won't be a warning.
Right.
Just for, I mean,
That's what
because
we
it's
need
in
to
the,
do, you know, give them a warning, then they have to write a citation.
yeah, and I mean, you can write a town citation up until you can also charge them with littering, you know.
Yeah.
And her trash bin is just, loose. It's
Well-
not in bags, and then it's going all the way down the street. So, that's what that is. Anything else, Mike, you want to
No, that's
talk about?
it, that's it.
Darlene, you got anything? Alice, you got anything? Brad? Like I said, we'll get back, go ahead.
We want to send flowers to Tom.
Oh, yes, I meant to tell y'all, as y'all know, Tommy Norman passed away, and his funeral's tomorrow
At 1 o'clock.
at 1 o'clock out there. I did call and have flowers sent. They,
Former council member.
he was here like for 25
A
years.
long time.
Right. So, and that comes out us. I did find there was like $25 that said in the flower fund. I'll let y'all know what, cause I told her I'd just come over and pay her.
Used to
Just
be
let us
taken,
know if you'd like to.
And I'll let y'all know,
Okay.
whether it's 10, 12, 15, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just told her I'd come over and pay for it.
absolutely, and we'll pay you
And,
back.
Then we'll take it for that. Tina,
When you're talking about all the trash that's laying around, there's some on this corner right here.
that's
That's
who
what
we
we're
were
talking
It's
talking
been
about.
there for a year or two. What about this house next door? If we all had a house in a yard that looked like that, what would our town look like?
We got a lot of cleaning up to do.
Is
But
there
the-
not something to be done about that?
We do have ordinances and
You have them, but they never.
I know, but hopefully we're going to start getting things done and things cleaned up in the town. That's my goal, is to get things cleaned up and get things back on track and,
You know, you're talking about these people connected to the water and not paying for it. I paid for water for many, many years. We had a water leak, and I think you let us go 2 months. And then it still hadn't been found, which we tried to get people to come there to try to find it. And couldn't. I got out and found it myself, but we had to pay $400. I mean, and I don't think that was right.
right. Well, we're
I think we
gonna
should
east,
still have
or,
some credit for having to pay that much money. And no, none of these men could find it, but I got out and found the water leak. So there you
well,
go.
we're gonna address this stuff, so I appreciate everybody coming, and,
The thing about a water leak, if we don't know anything about it, we can't do nothing about it. If you know you've got a water leak, if you'll let us know, we'll look for it.
Oh,
And-
honey, it doesn't work that way.
Well, because, I mean, I ain't out there every day running up down the road, you know. But the thing about it is, I'll be glad to help you find it if you have one, because
I think
it's just
she
like we was talking,
she had asked prior.
yeah. But, if we don't know anything about it, we can't do anything about
But
it.
you
But
did know that, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't.
And the board let the first month go, and then the second month, that it was still not found. So then we was charged about $400.
Yeah. If you'll let me know, I'll be glad to look for it.
That's right.
I'll
But we
help
can
you
never
look for it.
get even late on the water bill, you know? All these years.
Maybe we can look into it, so.
Yeah,
All right, if there's no other further business, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
Mike makes a motion, Brad second, all in favor? Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you. Yeah, come in your direction, Dad.